Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm the Crypto Crow, and I've got a bunch of cool stuff to show and talk about today. But I don't want to make this video too terribly long. It's Monday. We've got stuff to do, so we're going to go ahead and dive into it and cover a lot of topics. I created an AI song for Cardano that some people think is cringy, some people love. I personally love it, even though it does have a bit of a Christian rock kind of feel to it, but it was meant to be kind of like inspirational and like fun as I'm learning AI. I'm going to try some more in the future. I'm going to do some harder stuff, maybe different genres and everything, but I'll show that at the end. I'm not going to show the whole video. I'll let you guys watch it if you want. If it is cringy to you, I don't want you to suffer through it, but it's doing pretty well on Twitter. And I created a meme token for a very specific reason. I'm going to dive into that later. So we'll just cover what's happening. So first thing I want to update is my Vinity. Current values at 43,817. I'm up at about $436 in yield so far, and the Vi token price currently is getting closer to 75 cents. It pumped for a bit, and then it came down, and then it's starting to rise back up. So people are taking interest in this, and I'm probably going to have the founder and CEO of Vinity back on. I don't know, maybe in a couple of weeks. I really want to see the Vi token get up a bit more and really give us some good stuff to talk about before we just do it for the sake of doing it. Currently looking at Bitcoins, currently trading at 70,105. I'm back up on my trade. This has been a yo-yo. I should have been trading these peaks and valleys this entire time, but I just decided to go into a long quite a while back. And you know, now it's doing pretty well. It's up again, 2379. And, you know, I said that, you know, the recent market dip, the little crash that we saw, you know, a lot of people were freaking out, trying to figure out what was the cause of that. And, you know, believe it or not, I've seen a lot of stuff to kind of support the idea that it had something to do with Roaring Kitty and his GameStop stock fiasco. That guy's a pretty smart cat, man. I don't know. You watch his videos and you're like, this guy's just kind of he's just a silly dude. I don't understand it. And then, you know, you start realizing what he's actually doing. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. This guy is an icon. Like, this guy is not just some silly dude. Yeah, keep tabs on that, because I think what was going on with basically Roaring Kitty going live, apparently, if GameStop stays above $20 for the next like week, I guess, or 2 weeks, I guess the guy makes like almost $1 billion and some call options or something like that. I don't even know the entirety of the story, but apparently it's just been this back and forth war. And I guess he went live because a lot of people are trying to say, or at least maybe the SEC has been trying to say, that they think he's somehow manipulating the price when he goes live. And so to disprove that, nobody understood what he was doing in the moment, but I guess he went live and just had pictures of cats on his stream for like a half an hour. And from the time he went live, for that whole half hour, the price started like crashing and like moving. And so he's basically he did that apparently to show he's not doing it. Somebody else is manipulating the price and blaming him. And I, you know, there's so much to it. It's such a big rabbit hole. And I mean, I don't personally know what to believe. I don't really know enough about all the details. I watched the documentary, or not even a documentary. It was like a movie about him. And I thought it was actually pretty cool, but it was weird. It's all a weird situation. But I mean, you know, apparently the guy could be making more money than anyone here in the next couple weeks if the stock price stays. But they keep halting the price on him. It's the weirdest thing, man. I mean, it's definitely like a case of like David versus Goliath. And he's got a lot of people, including the government, basically, from what I'm seeing, just stacked against him. And it's just another one of those situations that I don't like it. I like him. I think what he's doing is he should be left alone, but of course they're not. Somebody found a way to game the system And they're trying to game it even more, it looks like. That's just my opinion from what I've seen. I don't know all the details. Fill me in the comments below if you know more. This is a big deal coming up, folks. I mean, we are in June. And, you know, many of us on YouTube have talked about the Chang Hardfork and what's coming and this kind of a two-phase implementation of Chang. And this was the reason why I created this music video. And I'm not going to lie, I got extremely emotional making that song. So the song that not everybody, but the song that I made, I released like a day or two ago. It's getting close to like 50,000 views and a lot of retweets, and a lot of people seem to really like it, which I'm glad, because it really made me emotional to make that song. As cringy as some of you say it is, and I agree, I know, I get it. But it's not just about the song, it's about where we're at. It's about what Cardano is doing, and it's about how important it is. You know, if you look at the reason why crypto was founded to begin with, you can look at pretty much every blockchain out there and not really see the same sensibility that was used to create at least the public narrative of Bitcoin. You don't see anything that's taken Bitcoin to the next level the way Cardano is. And that is important. And when you see what's happening in the world right now and just the transition of wealth, the way that the top percentage of people are controlling so much and not in our favor. Okay. And I'm at a point where I feel like I see things through such a different lens than most that it really all makes me kind of physically ill. I'm not going to lie to you folks. I had a total breakdown yesterday. I had an absolute breakdown yesterday. And my wife was, of course, there. And I feel like to some extent, I am begging for change, man. I am begging for change. I am so tired and fed up with the toxicity of everything going on today. I just want to exclude myself from it all entirely. The negativity that I see constantly, the trolling, the politics of it all, and everything that's going on with these bullshit court cases. And I'm sorry, but they are, and everybody on both sides knows it. I'm tired of watching our country just crumble, man. I mean, and just be completely dismantled of everything that it was built on, all for the sake of maintaining power and control. That's not the way that this country is supposed to work. And I don't really give a shit anymore what people think about Trump. I mean, I don't care. He's an asshole. I get it. He's very, very arrogant. He's very pompous. I get it. But you know what? I'm tired of watching ignorant ass people take their shits and basically join an effort to support those that I believe are really doing immeasurable damage to everything that has been built, that so many have died for. Our soldiers, our police, even, like all of these people have sacrificed so much, and I'm just watching it all be dismantled on a whim because they just don't like somebody who is actively working against them finally. And when I see crypto and everything going on in the crypto space and have been watching for years, and I'm just so tired of all of it. I really am. And I don't know what to do about it. There really isn't anything I can do, just wait and see what happens. But I'm tired of all of the propaganda, man. I'm tired of all of the media lies. And it's like something has to be done about this. And I did, man. I don't know. I've been really, really weird for like the past week or two. And I finally just kind of broke down, and I think I just needed it. I mean, I just needed it. I haven't shed a tear in quite a while. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I let go of a lot of shit yesterday, and it is what it is. And I know some of you guys don't care. You're like, get to the point, Crow. But anyway, the point is, I think that a part of me seeing what is being built on Cardano, and to those of you that know, like, Charles never gave me any kind of permission to use that little clip at the end. He has not commented. He hasn't commented or said anything about the video whatsoever. So I take that as like, oh, Crow, what the hell are you doing? Like, I don't think he likes it either. That's just my guess, and it is what it is. It's definitely a different kind of thing, and I'm going to play around, and I'm going to make some different genres and different types of songs about different things just because it's fun, and I'm learning. That's all it really is. It's just me learning some new really cool tools and trying to stay on top of where this technology is going. But I'm not really offended. I've seen a lot of people like, oh, that is the cringiest thing I've seen in a long time. And I just kind of chuckle, and I'm like, I totally get it. But for me, to me, it's kind of an important thing. And it's just like having a truly decentralized blockchain that is ultimately controlled by the holders of it and the people involved in its community. That's a really big thing for me, because I'm all I see anywhere is this constant war for centralized control of everything. And it's heavy, folks. It's heavy. And I'm sorry, but like I actually tried. I was going to trade off all my Solana. I have like 120, I guess, and I made like 14 or 15 just staking it over the course of a year or however long it's been. And I'm like, well, that's cool, but I don't even want this shit anymore. I just don't. I tried to trade it, wouldn't let me. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And so I'm like, I watched another video recently of a guy who was talking about how he lost out on 600 grand because he was trying to make some kind of meme coin play on Solana, and he didn't realize the transaction failed. And then he came back and saw that the trade never happened. He was all excited watching the price of it just skyrocket before it tanked, obviously. But then, he realized he never got into the trade to begin with, and he showed his like transaction, how it says failed, and he just didn't notice. And it's just like, I see stuff like this, and I see all these narratives, and I'm like, I wrote a different song. And it wasn't even about Cardano. We'll just say that. And it was just like, I can't, it's good. It's catchy. But I'm like, I can't release this. I shouldn't release this. And I didn't, but a lot is coming for Cardano, folks. And I really do think that the next 60 days are going to be extremely important. And Charles thinks so too. So I'm just going to read this. I've been rambling. How long have I been rambling? I'm sorry. 13 minutes. I'm sorry, folks. I meant for this to be a quick video. I've got a lot going on in my head. I really do. I'm actually trying not to break down right now, which is why I think I'm controlling my words and just keeping a flow going so that I don't shut up. It looks like June will be the month that Cardano node will reach 9.0. This means that Cardano is Chang Fork ready and waiting for 70% of the SPOs to install the new node. Just so you know, Crow node, which has been growing lately, and I'm really appreciative of that. And I'll show it here in a minute, but we're working on this too. By the end of this month, we will have all of the latest updates for the Chang node or the Cardano node. All of this stuff will be updated. It's not an easy task. It does take a little time, which is why I think this isn't an instant thing. They have kind of their goal for the day to when they think the transition for everybody that needs to be transitioned will happen. We're working on this now. We're going to get this done as well as quickly as we can. Then a hard fork can occur, pushing Cardano into the age of Voltaire. Folks, this is the final era of Cardano's development. And this is what separates the men from the boys, quite frankly. This is what basically truly defines Cardano as the most decentralized blockchain in history. Okay. It's the most significant milestone in the history of Cardano and for the industry as a whole. Cardano will be a decentralized civilization spanning the entire world with millions of residents. We'll have the most advanced blockchain governance system, annual budgets, a treasury, and the wisdom of our entire community to guide us. It's been nearly 10 years for some of us on this remarkable journey. I can't believe that in a single decade, we built a nation. I'm proud of all of you. Cardano gives me hope for our industry and the world. Let's spend the next decade making a big dent in the universe. And I know that some of you might watch this and think, man, Crow's getting emotional about some stupid blockchain bullshit. And it's not about that for me. And it's beyond that, because I feel like I very much know where we're heading as a society, as a world economy. And I don't know what to say other than, like, I know that a lot of people out there are totally snowed over and they just don't have a clue, but they're so opinionated. And I'm like, those are the useful idiots that really just don't know what's happening. They see everything at face value. They see headlines. But they really aren't very knowledgeable. Even people I know that, some of the people I know that think they're the smartest people on earth are really not that bright. They're really not. They are book smart. They've memorized a bunch of shit, and that's it. They don't really have the ability to think for themselves, which is, it's good that they have the ability to memorize so many things and feel so educated. But the reality is they can memorize Moby Dick, but they probably can't tell you what the story's about. And that's the thing. That's the difference. And I see so many of these types of people very arrogant in their way and their knowledge and what they've been able to retain, but they don't really know what the hell they're talking about. They may as well be robots. And it's funny because we're in an era now where AI is going to transform everything. And a lot of these regurgitators are going to be cast aside. They're not going to maintain the value that they once had. It's going to be the free thinkers. It's going to be the people with a creative mind that are able to achieve things on their own without being directed to point A, B, C, connected to dots, all of that. I mean, that mentality, I don't think is going to survive very long. Not in the era we're in now. And this is an article talking about this whole age of Voltaire thing. The Chang upgrade will mark a pivotal moment for Cardano as it introduces crucial tools and infrastructure to support the age of Voltaire. The Voltaire era is set to provide the final elements needed for the network to achieve self-sustainability. It empowers network participants to propose Cardano improvements subject to stakeholder voting that leverages the existing staking and delegation process. Voltaire also establishes a treasury system to finance future network development. A portion of all transaction fees will be pooled to fund development efforts decided upon through the voting process. Imagine if we did something like this in America. Imagine if we had a system like this that helped operate the United States, our budget, our deficit, just everything. Could you imagine having an actual transparent system by which the public could play a role in everything going on? Not just a handful of people that ultimately get more corrupt with every new cycle, with every new, election. I mean, it's just like, it's so disgusting to me. It makes my skin crawl. And the more I understand about politics and politicians, and it's like we all throw these blanket statements around like all politicians are corrupt, blah blah blah, but it's just it's a bigger deal than that, and I don't really think that people get it. And so, it is what it is. But when I see stuff like this and I see what's been built, I see so many people in the centralized world scared to death of what Cardano is accomplishing. And that is the basic root of all of the FUD and all of the narratives that have been spit out about it for a decade, at least since 2017 that I've seen. And I think that there's one thing clear, is that these narratives aren't going to survive. Most of them have died already because there's no way it's very easy to disprove a lot of the nonsense that a lot of these sellouts, these like meme coin, people, like all of these people that try to rally against Cardano, and really at the behest of those controlling the systems that they feel powerful and profitable in right now. I don't think that's going to last. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to hazard a guess, and I'm going to make a prediction right now that this will be Solana's last bull market. And there are a million reasons why, but I know that that statement alone is going to cause a lot of people to say, oh, Crow, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just mad. Look at how the number's gone up since this date and that date. Yeah, I get that. I get that. The problem is that you don't get that. You don't get why yet. And I feel like here's the, you know what? I'm going to say this and I'm going to move on. I think that people believe that I am not pro Solana because I'm afraid of its number go up, that I am afraid that it's somehow impacting the price of Cardano. That is not the case at all. I am not worried about the price of Solana's number go up. That doesn't impact me whatsoever. I am more weary of, since I started this channel in 2017, I have tried to operate this channel in the most transparent, brutally honest, upfront, sometimes emotional way. And I wear just about every thought and opinion I have on my sleeve. For better or worse, it is what it is. I'm allowed to be fucking different. If you don't like it, don't watch. That's okay with me. YouTube doesn't like me. They make sure I don't get watched by that many people anymore anyway. So it really doesn't fucking matter. I have a limited audience and I'm sure it's never going to grow. I don't care because I'm not doing this to be the biggest YouTuber out there. What I do is for the people that actually want to pay attention, want to learn something, and want to keep their nose clean in the process of trying to change their lives and generate enough money to change those lives in a positive way without selling their fucking soul. There are a lot of other people out there that don't care about, what the price is they have to pay to achieve a certain level of success in the world. They don't care about being sellouts for, somebody or something that has the resources to pay them. They don't care, period. They don't care. They care primarily about number one, them. And when I see a lot of the narratives that are projected across the YouTube space and the crypto space and the bought and paid for media in crypto, all of these paid advertisements trying to push something down while they're trying to catapult some new shit coin that's going to rug 2 months later anyway. I see all this stuff, but I see the people caught up in it, and it disturbs me because that's not why we're here. Yes, we're here to change our lives. Yes, we're here to make money. Yeah, my nose itches so bad right now. I don't know why. I'm sorry. But I see so many people buying into these narratives about projects like Solana, and it freaks me out because I do believe that there's going to be a point where a lot of the whales that got in during the days of FTX, those are going to be the whales that are dumping on everybody when they're able to get their money back out at any kind of profit whatsoever, if possible. And when Solana dumps, I don't believe it's ever going to rise up again. This meme coin mania that's basically bogging down the blockchain as it is. Do a Twitter search right now for Solana scam and look at the number of rugs. It's almost like daily news. Okay. And it's like, people attribute Solana's growth with its superiority in technology. But no, it's all because of this meme coin craze. They're I don't know who's built them, but there are so many systems in place to attract, manage, launch, and do all kinds of stuff within the meme coin space on Solana, and it's quick and cheap. You can crank out a whole bunch of them really fast, okay? And there are automated bots that are programmed to automatically buy the launches of a lot of these tokens, and so it creates this ecosystem of number go up. But it's a house of cards, in my opinion. And it's only going to take one gust of wind to blow the whole thing down. And I do believe that there are going to be a lot of people that get burned. And, and then when that day comes, if it comes, maybe I'm wrong. I'm always right sometimes. But when that day comes, I do believe that if it's going to come, it's going to come sometime during this bull cycle. And I do see a lot of people dumping on everyone else. And the meme coin fun, if that's what you want to call it, I believe is going to play a big role in establishing exit liquidity for those that have been holding for a long time without much choice. Because once the FTX situation came about and Sam Bankman-Fried had to basically, deal with the courts and do all the stuff he was doing, they weren't able to use those FTX tokens to artificially pump projects. And I don't believe that Solana was ever meant to get as high as it did in the beginning anyway. And that's just my opinion. I even if I did, I would tell you I have no proof of any of it. I could be absolutely wrong on my opinion from top to bottom, okay? do your own research, do your own digging, and come up to your own conclusions. And if you do come up to a conclusion where you believe you're safe and that it's going to do exceedingly well, market after market from here to eternity, then great. I hope it does go well for you. But when I see what happens with Solana and I see the number of people that, in my opinion, are being snowed into buying into it and becoming a part of an ecosystem that's full of toxicity, trash, meme coins, and rug pulls and everything else, I'm sorry, but no real significant use case in the world is going to put their technology at risk, their reputation, their investors, all of that. They're not going to put that technology at risk on a blockchain known to shut down randomly at random times for no reason. The last time that I remember that happening wasn't that long ago, and I'm pretty sure it was shut down for a week because nobody could figure out how to fix it. And so I see stuff like this, and I see the challenge. I see the way it's taken so much time for Cardano to get to where it is. Fighting off the trolls, the toxicity, the FUD, the doubters, all of the different types of people that are trying to suppress Cardano and its success, suppress its adoption. I see all of the shots Charles has to take and deal with on a regular basis, because he's building something that those that want centralized control fear. And that is a truly decentralized blockchain that's managed by the people. And that is why I got so emotional making that song, as cringy as I understand it is. That song meant something to me, and it tells the tale of a blockchain that is trying to do something to ultimately change the way everybody operates on a financial level, as well as a Web3 level in general, basically across all verticals within blockchain across the globe. And it's an ecosystem that has been built with security, scalability, interoperability, and democracy in mind. And that right now more than ever means so much to me. And it means so much more to me today than it ever did in 2017. And I don't think I'm alone, because if I were, Cardano wouldn't maintain its position in the top 10 market cap of the cryptocurrency market. And no matter what happens, it still always somehow manages to maintain itself. Yet people are always talking about, well, look how this number go up. Look at this project. Look at that project. Number go up, number go up. And people keep trying to compare apples to oranges here at a time when Cardano hasn't even finished itself yet, but it's about to. And I do believe that over the next 60 days, we're going to see a dramatic transition of people that understand finally what Cardano's all about when they start seeing all of these things put in action. When you see $1.5 billion to $3 billion, $5 billion treasury fund now being at the expense or the use of the people that are ultimately put in power and control of the blockchain through voting, in a seamless and transparent way, I think that people are going to start recognizing real quick the power of Cardano, because I think it's going to start coming down on the regular market, like Thor's hammer. I do truly believe that. And I think that a lot of what has been built to this point in Cardano has all been to get us to where we're about to be. Nothing that's happened on Cardano to this up to date, in my opinion, has been the flagship, if you will, or true demonstrations of what's possible within an ecosystem designed around all of these different elements. I think that they're all going to start coming to fruition. I hope I'm making sense, because I feel a little scatterbrained right now. But ultimately, I am just absolutely all about everything that's happening with Cardano. And I think these next 2 months are going to be pivotal. I think they're going to be extremely important. I definitely see us, I expect to see Cardano break above the dollar mark by sometime in August. That's what I believe. And I think that we're going to start seeing, once Voltaire really kicks off and people are able to really see what that means, I think we're going to start seeing a lot of people trading in some Bitcoin, selling off some of their Ethereum gains, selling off some of a lot of these different tokens. They're going to start getting into Cardano, because they're going to be finally realizing what has been built over this last 10 years And then we're also going to have the other side to that. We're going to have a lot of the controlled interests trying to fight Cardano's growth as we continue to rise up. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But the one thing that I believe is Cardano is one of the biggest communities in all of crypto for a reason. And I believe that a lot of the people that are a part of Cardano are in it, not just because of number go up. If that were the case, we wouldn't still be here. But what we see is a number of people that understand more and more of the technology that's been built, what its use case is, what its purpose is, and ultimately what its mission is all about. And that mission is all about empowering us to make financial decisions on our own across the world, connecting the unconnected, banking the unbanked, and ultimately providing opportunities for people that aren't used to having it. And I think that that is a significant use case that's going to continue to grow the world over. And when we see things like Midnight and even Apex Fusion, for that matter, when they start kicking off their technology and how that works with Cardano and other blockchains, and we have that bridge between everything, really further empowering all of these ecosystems to work together, the cream is absolutely going to rise to the top, and I think the shit is going to drop like a rock, and I'm anxiously awaiting the day that that happens. Now, looking at the chart, this looks fairly, I mean, it's been moving up a bit. We're getting a little bit of a reversal. This is on a 4-hour candle. It's not even a reversal. The candle hasn't closed. We're in it now, but currently trading at 45 cents. And we've ultimately been sideways for so long. And then we get the market dip here on the 4-hour. But I think we're going to start to see some recovery from that. On Solana, validators do as they're told or get kicked out. Decentralization in name, dictatorship in practice. Basically, there were people that were using some of their Solana nodes, I guess, to establish attacks. They call it sandwich attacks on the network. And so Solana has basically kicked them out of the delegation program. And you know, I guess Solana subsidizes a lot of these nodes and basically feeds them Solana to maintain their nodes. And so Solana just kicked them out of that. But, you know, that's a centralized decision. I mean, let's be real. It's a centralized decision. And it's just another thing, man. You know what I mean? It's just another thing. Now, the Crow node is growing. It's at 36.14 million, and I'm really, really grateful for that. At 49%, I would definitely love to see us get to like 60% saturation and then hang tight and just stay there forever. That would be great. But that's been growing, and I'm really grateful. Now, this is the video that I've been talking about. And you know, it's all subtitled and everything. The lyrics are there. The chorus to me of this song is extremely powerful. And I love it. I do. I love the song. It's at 46,000 views, 219 retweets, 755. Go check it out. Go check it out on my Twitter. You know, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. And it's okay either way. I get it. Any way you look at it. But Cardano's fighting the centralized reign, bringing power to the people, breaking every chain. With code as our weapon and truth as our shield, we're forging a world where the people won't yield. I mean, listen. I'm not even going to read anymore because, yeah, it does. It gets me emotional. And if you're on YouTube, that's the thumbnail, Cardano's fight song. Now, you know, some people are going to say, you know what, it's so cringy. I really do. I get it. It is a little cringy, but it's really, it's just something different for me. And I think that a lot of people that watch it, they feel the spirit of what it is. And I did the entire thing in AI. It's not to say that it was easy. There's a lot of stuff that I did. Even the thumbnail I made in AI, everything about it, from the lyrics, the music video, all of the clips, the AI clips, just all of it. I did all of it in AI, but it still took about a day. So it wasn't something I just cranked out and threw on the internet. Now I'm going to talk about this real quick. This is Analos. Now, folks, I mean, people have been buying it, I guess. Liquidity 4.7 thousand, market cap 5.4K. I mean, it's just getting started. Now, this is on Base Network. And I launched this token to basically promote this. This is myanalos.com. Some people will call it AnalOS, whatever. This is its mascot. This is the Asian palm civet that many of you may know as the cat that eats coffee beans and shits them out to become Kopi Luwak coffee, basically proving that it is absolutely possible to turn shit to gold. This whole thing is for entertainment. And I took 100%. So I minted 1 trillion of these tokens on the base network. And I used Alien Base. And when I created it, I set it up to have a 2% transaction tax with 1% to be constantly going into the liquidity pool. And then 1% ultimately, I guess it's supposed to come to my wallet to help me build a marketing budget to do more things. And the site, I haven't put any articles or anything yet, but I do have this. This will, for those of you that love creating memes, you will be able to come to my Analos and create your own meme images. This is an AI art generator right on myanalos.com. Now, obviously, it doesn't take long to understand that Analos is an anagram. And the point of this project to me is I am going to start cultivating all of the rug pulls on Solana, and I'm going to start basically. This website is ultimately going to become a hub for all things, like the different stories, the basically the things that I think people should be aware of related to Solana moving forward. And the people that are going to be buying Analos are going to be the people that believe in decentralization. And that's really all it is. It's about building awareness for decentralization and anti-centralized control of crypto. And that's basically what it's all about. It is a, I bought some, but I basically took 100% of the tokens. I've created the whole thing. And I think I did like, I don't even remember what I started the liquidity pool with. But I think it might've been $1,000 worth of Ethereum. And then I burned the LP. Okay. It's all provable on here. They catalog it all, I guess. You can even see some of the stuff in here, but if you look at the contract address, you'll be able to see I burned the LP tokens that were given to me, when I created the LP, or when I created the initial liquidity pool, and then I had nothing. And then I basically once this all went live, I had to go to the DEX and buy them myself. I bought them from the liquidity pool like anyone else would. And it won't even let you buy a big bunch of them. Maybe it'll get easier over time to buy and sell bigger amounts, but there's 1 trillion tokens. It's 100% fair launch. The tokens that I have, I bought publicly. Like the whole thing is on the up and up. I can't really rug pull anything. That's never been what this is about anyway, but it is all about basically building awareness and ultimately showing the types of things that happen on, more centralized controlled blockchains as opposed to the positive side of decentralized blockchains. And ultimately it's all just based on my opinion. And that's it. And, some people are going to get it and they're going to be like, okay, this is really cool. And then they're going to be people who don't like it. So it is what it is, but you can find it on DEX Screener. You can get some if you want. I'm sure it's not making anybody millions of dollars like anything else. I'm not going to be putting a bunch of stuff into pumping this and having 1,000 different bots all over Telegram. I'm not doing all the shady bullshit that a lot of these meme coins do before they rug someone. I'm not about that. That's not what this is about. But this is definitely about, giving people an outlet to create some fun memes, hopefully some Analos memes. And, we just start building awareness about what these projects actually do, what they're actually good for and what they're not good for. And, it's all based on opinion. And, I would just say that it's all for entertainment. Create your memes, have some fun. I think the fact that I made the mascot, the cat that makes the Kopi Luwak poop coffee. I mean, I just think that's all funny as hell. And maybe it was just me having a part of my breakdown where I'm just like, I'm so fed up with all of the false narratives around shit that I figured, you know what, I might as well turn it into a positive and have some fun with it somehow. So you'll have to let me know what you guys think about that. I'll throw a link in the description to the deck screener, and you can check out like the details and things. And, you can, the contract address is right here. So if you go to myanalos.com, that's the contract address. You can go look it all up. Everything I'm telling you is straight up. I launched the whole thing on Alien Base, and I just basically followed a video telling me how to do it, how to set different things. And I'm waiting because ultimately I'm going to completely renounce ownership. But all the warnings that say like, well, if you want to try and make changes, like I tried to get the logo changed so that the logo pops up and things, and then I guess there wasn't enough information. So I want to be able to do that and have it all 100% before I renounce ownership, because then I won't be able to fix anything or change anything like in terms of the logo and stuff like that. But I guess I need more information. I'm not even 100% sure what the hell that meant. I thought I gave them plenty, but it is what it is. So yeah, here you go. 40-minute video. It was supposed to be a 15-minute video. I'm sorry. Some of you like it when I do longer videos. I know a lot of you checked out like 40 minutes ago. So it is what it is. But I do appreciate you, and thanks for bearing with me. I've got so much work that I'm doing, and I'm trying to have some fun. I'm trying to just blow off some steam, and it is what it is. So until next time, thanks for joining me. I will see you again soon. Crow your coins.